Hi and welcome in the newest tutorial. Today we're gonna do those beautiful ornaments together, and I have a lot of pro tips for you guys. And if you want to do them yourself in beautiful geode style, stay tuned till the end of the video because I will have a lot of tips and tricks for you to know how to make them very professionally. And first of all, spray paint the canvases that you will get and protect the sides, right? So I spray painted them and I let them dry for 1 hour, and now I'm putting the tape all around it together with the tip, and I'm putting them on just like those flipped paper caps to work on them further, but protecting the sides is gonna avoid all of the drip offs. And we're gonna work with Apex resin, one coat together, because it's drying in just 2 hours, and I can make the whole ornament in just 1 day, thankfully to this quick dry. And I'm mixing here like 50 milliliters of resin in total from both parts, the hardener and the resin, and you need to make sure that it's properly mixed 3-4 minutes, and we are almost ready to go. And because I was having beautiful colored sprayed as a base of the ornament, I'm using only glitters from DRUZY Goddess, and I have one new glitter in the offer that I just added to my sets, and this one is actually, the glitter is Ethereal Dreams, the second one is the new one, is the Starseed, and the third one you are seeing, it's Goddess Whisper. And we are gonna work only with them, no pigments, no colorants. And first of all, we are starting with Ethereal Dreams. It's fine and a little bit more thicker white silver premium glitter, which I'm having attached to all of the sets that I'm offering from Athena, Aphrodite, Muse, and Hera set. And I'm applying in the center, in the place where I will be adding DRUZY very soon. And I'm adding just the base, so the DRUZY will be sitting on top of it. And this time around, if you saw my other tutorial, this time around I'm not placing the DRUZY first. I'm building the base from resin and I'm letting it cure. And this is the Starseed. It's amazing, iridescent, very fine, ultra fine glitter, and it's so beautiful, sparkly, that it's almost like giving you the sunset vibes. So I'm applying it on the edges just after, around the Ethereal Dreams, and you can see how nice and high viscosity and thick the one coat resin is. It stays exactly where I put it. You can see it's not like spreading, it's not flowing from the ornament down, so you can do much more with less resin, and this way you are having a lot of savings. I really like to work with it a lot. So this is how I'm applying it, and the rest of the place that it's left, I'm gonna finish with just the transparent resin. And here I'm showing you, if you have a little bit more resin like spilled on the places that you don't want it to be, you can use baby wipe. And now the last one, and I'm just adding transparent resin. I actually skipped on adding Goddess Whisper because I wanted to have a part of the ornament that is gonna be a little bit less sparkly. And you can choose whenever spray paint you want for the background. You can make it work with any kind of color you want. And that's it. We are having our resin base done. Just make sure that everything is all covered, all till the edge, and then torch it at the end of the process. And this is how much resin I still have. It's like 20 milliliters of resin it's still left in the cup. That's why I started to work on the second project that you will see in another tutorial with white background. And as I mentioned, torching, making sure that everything is covered up till the edge. And this is the result. This is from another angle, so you can see the glitter a little bit better. You can see the different sparkle, and I think it's matching the color beautifully, and it's giving a lot of elegant sparkle. And now we are gonna work on the DRUZY part. The resin is already cured. It's like 3 hours later, and I'm using again the same resin, but this time I'm gonna mix it with DRUZY, and DRUZY Goddess Ambrosia White is gonna be used as our main DRUZY color. And then I'm gonna have 3 different colors. This was Ida's Blush, this is Persephone's Peony, which is much more very warm lavender color, and I'm looking for another one that I want to add from my collection. This is the Rose Kiss, which is more close to rose quartz vibe, a very delicate pink. And the last one is more like amethyst vibe, which is the Violet Dream. And those 4 colors I'm gonna use as a mixture, but I mostly actually use the violet and the Persephone Peony, and I was using Rose Kiss. I actually used the least one I was using was the blush. The Ida's Blush was the one that I used the least. But you can see I mix it with resin already here in the cup. I'm having just like a teaspoon or tablespoon maybe in each of the cup, like each of the colors in separate cup mixed with the resin. And this is how it looks like after mixing with the resin. And I'm having all of them. I'm gonna be working on a composition on top of the ornaments together with you guys very shortly. And this is the blush color. It's more like pink moonstone color. And this is the Ambrosia White, my absolute favorite one, signature color. And this is how we start. We are forming on top of the ornament a small composition starting with a base of white, and we are talking here about the purple ones, which is more like dusty purple, dusty lavender color. But if you have white background, I would focus more on adding more colored DRUZY, and if you have color background, I would focus more on adding white DRUZY first as a base and then working on the color later. This is what I think is working on best, and I like this application of making the DRUZY after the resin is already cured, because it's not soaking in as much resin into the DRUZY, and it's the finish is much more lighter. But if you are really eager to look to see the tutorial and my finishes on the white ornaments that you see here, I'm really like put it in the comment, and I'm gonna create another tutorial with the white ones, because here I'm gonna focus on the purple ones. And you can see me working on it in real time. I really wanted to make sure that you see how it's done without speeding up the process. But this here, those are my leftovers, and look how cute it is. And this is something I think will work much better on the white background when you have much more color and less white. See, it's a touch of white and a mixture of all of the colors I was showing you. Look how amazing it looks like. And now that you have, so I'm never wasting DRUZY, the wet DRUZY that is left over in my cups. I'm forming them in some sort of little islands, highlighters on top of the silicone or plastic mat. It doesn't matter, it needs to be something that it's gonna be peel off easily. and I'm letting them cure. And this is something that you can put on top of any kind of lid, beauty box, charcuterie board, ornament later. And now that DRUZY is cured after 3 hours, I'm gonna work with the pens, and this is how I figured out I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use white Posca pen and lavender color from Posca pen in size 1M. I just painted on both sides at the edge of the glitter those really cute lines, but it's all up to you. This is how it looks like without any line work, and it's also beautiful and very soft, and it's much more like light. The more details, the more gold line work you will put in, the more heavy it gets. And those are the baby wipes I'm using to wipe off the pens if the line is not getting in the shape and the form that I like it. It's so easy to wipe them off. And this is it. You're just shaking the pens and you are painting on top of the resin when the resin is already cured. I'm sorry, I was just like trying to focus on the line work and trying to show you on the camera. Sometimes I'm a little bit off the camera, but you will see everything that you need to see. Just painting and going with the flow of the center. Just painting the line work with both of the colors that I chose for this project. And this is matching the a little bit darker amethyst DRUZY, which is the violet dream DRUZY. And this is how you do it on all of the ornaments if you choose it. And I decided for the purple ones that I'm not gonna finish them with any gold or any metallic. And you can see the difference between, I'm top coating both of the projects now, and this is what you can see, like the difference between using the metallic and not using the metallic. I'm having the preferences of using less metallics in my projects and making them more like ethereal and soft. But it's all up to you. You can finish the DRUZY with the metallic and you can see how it looks like. You can use silver instead of gold and different colors of the pens. You can go with pink ones, you can go with just white color. You can do different variations of those ornaments, but make sure like top coating them is not like mandatory, but it's something that is gonna protect the line work from being scratched. And after top coating them, wait like 2-3 hours and the ornaments are done. So if you start early in the morning, you can have the finished product by the end of the day if you really want to, thanks to the one coat super fast curing resin. And you can see how I'm doing it, how much detail and very precise work it gets, right? It seems very easy and simple, and I think those projects are very beginner friendly, but at the same time it's a lot of time consuming and it's really precise. Most of the mini videos are not covering all like the entire process, or it's just a little bit speed up, so you can see how it's going on the tutorial. I was having a lot of requests from you guys to show a little bit longer tutorials to show the process in not so much of the speed up, so I'm showing up for you, every one of you who wanted to see a little bit closer to real life art process, right? And hopefully is something that you can learn from and you can create your own ornaments as well. And I'm gonna top coat each and every one of them, but I want to tell you that it's all, guys, up to you which colors you choose from. But if you use a lot of different colors of the DRUZYs, the ornaments are really getting very, very interesting, because the more colors you are combining with each other, the more unique they are getting, and the more yeah, they're like getting very, very special, because most of the artists are creating white DRUZY ornaments and artworks with just white DRUZY and a couple of different crystals, and mixing and matching those different colors is really something that is standing out. And next time I'm gonna work on something different, but maybe with different color combinations. So if you want to see different color combination, put in the comment your personal preferences, which kind of colors do you want to see, and I'm gonna try to see what is, what are your preferences, and I'm gonna try to create tutorials specifically for you guys, for what you want to see. And also I'm thinking about making more projects with charcuterie boards and smaller artworks, and also geode coasters. So let me know, what do you think I should be doing and in which colors. The more votes I'm getting here in the comments and on the channel, the more specific tutorials I can make for all of your, preferences and whatever you want to learn. I'm really open to it. The channel is very fresh and new, but I have a lot of ideas in my head. So stay tuned, and definitely I'm gonna put in the link in the description, I'm gonna put link to the resin as well as the DRUZY Goddess, and you can check all of the amazing 17 different colors that you can work with, and the sky is the limit. And you can see how just adding the glitter on the regular plain base color was creating this very beautiful and soft effect. And now I'm warming up the resin to remove the tape, and this is very important because you don't want to rip it off. You don't want to rip the resin, so warm it up. The thicker the resin, the more important it is to rip off, to warm it up before you rip it off. But this is the process. You need to go and remove all of the tape from the sides and from the tip on all of the ornaments. And now we are going to use high gloss varnish from Liquitex. I'm adding it to the cup. I'm using just regular, any kind of brush you have, and I'm adding the varnish on top of the tip. And you can leave it as is, right? It's still beautiful and nice, but because it's ornament, I think a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of starseed glitter is gonna look amazing, and it's gonna be the cherry of the top. And this is how nice and clean the backside looks like when we tape the ornaments properly. So make sure you are adding the varnish everywhere that you want to put the glitter on. And we're gonna add the glitter. We are gonna sprinkle the glitter on top of the varnish, and the sides, you can also finish the sides differently. You can spray paint them the same as you spray paint the front of the ornament, but I decided to choose metallic pen, and this is the Starseed glitter, the newest addition to DRUZY Goddess sets. It's gonna be added just this week, and I'm just sprinkling it on top of the varnish, simple as that. And I'm doing it on top of the, with the cup below underneath, so I'm not wasting too much of the product. But this is almost the last step. After that, we'll have to paint the sides, so stay tuned to see my tips on painting the sides. And I believe, like, if you work already with resin, you have probably some metallic pens, and there are different brands and different products that you can use. I like the pens the silver pen from Molotov, but I also like the color combination that Just for View Online UK is having. They're having a couple of different metallic pens in one set, which is giving you a lot of option and a lot of variety to use for your finish artwork, because you can use like more like rose gold and regular gold and different other shades, and this is very useful for projects like that. And it's just about shaking the pen and painting the sides of the ornament, and just be patient with the process. Make it a ritual, making the mindfulness part of the day. I think this is the most important thing that you can take out of all of it, to make it a relaxing part of your routine, to not make the ornament the goal per se, but making the entire process of creation as also a very important part of the process. And you can hold the DRUZY. You can see how nicely the DRUZY is holding, because to not paint my fingers, do not make my fingers dirty with the not cured pen, I'm actually holding the ornament by the DRUZY, and it's really holding very, very nicely. But yeah, that's it, guys. It's almost the end. So if you want to see more projects with resin, not necessarily geode art, but this is something that is closest to my heart, and this is something that I also created the DRUZY Goddess for everyone who loves the geode style with the resin. Check out the website violetviewart.com for all of the DRUZY Goddess products, but also look at the channel. I'm having so many different tutorials for not only functional art, but also a lot of wall art and in different styles. So if you are passionate about any kind of do-it-yourself projects, especially with resin, and this is definitely the place you want to be. And I'm very grateful for you to watch this video, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next one.